Okay, so this one's crazy even for me. Woo! Let's go down like Looneyville, like just straight down the road into Looneyville town. Be like, hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, my name's Famine. How's it going? Yep, good to see you too. Yeah, that weirdo thing with tentacles coming off of its head that the Catholics hate. Yep. Yep. How's it going, Pope? All right. Yep. Okay, so this one's crazy even for me. All right, the three souls of Zeus. Yeah. Three souls of Zeus. The three souls to create Zeus. Yeah, that's the crazy road we're going down on this here one. All right, so soul number one, his name was Zeus. So that was like, he was like a primordial, primeval soul way back in the day. Way back in the day when humans were still crawling, or well, they were around and getting a little bit smarter, and God was like, I have an idea. So he went back into his little freezer, fucking pulled out some primeval souls. We don't want to get into it. And this fucker was Zeus. And he was one of the younger ones. He was kind of like Eddie. From Ed, Edd, and Eddie. You know, Ed, and Ed. Yeah, Ed, and Eddie. From that show, Cartoon Network. Think of fucking Eddie. That was this guy. He was kind of the scrawny one. He was small, but he was clever. And God went through and asked every single one, so what special ability, power, whatever you want to call it, do you want? And it got to him, and the little clever bastard was like, I want the most powerful thing that you can possibly create. And God looked at him, and he said, are you sure about that? And pretty much in like the spiritual world, if you're ever asked the question, are you sure about that? That means it's a bad idea. It's that simple, okay? So when you're asked, are you sure about that? The correct answer is, no, I'm not that sure about that. It's because it's a bad idea. That's like them trying, it's a free will thing, but it's like them telling you that's a bad idea, but they can't actually say it because it's all about free will and this, that, and the other thing. But yeah, if you ever ask the question, are you sure about that? It's a bad fucking idea. So God looked at him, asked him, are you sure about that? And little fucking Eddie, named Zeus, was like, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Because he was terrified of everybody else, and he was just like, because he was the little scrawny one, because he was the youngest out of the group, and that's how the soul thingy works. So God looked at him, okay, he's gonna get himself killed. So he did it. He scrounged somehow together. He took a soul thing that wasn't quite conscious, but he was like waiting on it. He was like, sooner or later one of these things is going to become conscious, but they never did because they were like that fucking badass. Don't want to go into it. And that became the body. We're talking like Stone Age armor here, okay? We're back in the fucking Stone Age. So that became the body of Zeus, and it was just this super durable thing that would possess a human body, and the human body would, yeah, it's weird. But that was the body of Zeus. That was like the armor of fucking Zeus, was this thing. But it wasn't conscious, but it was like a monk. That's how he programmed it, was like to be a monk. So it was just this super durable thing. Yeah. And then there was that. So that was the second soul, which it kind of was, kind of wasn't, because it wasn't conscious, but yeah. And then he went over and he created, it was just like this fireball soul thing. It was just angry. Just, I'll get him. And that was that thing. And that was the fire. And that thing would just cause it to go ballistic. It was crazy. You know that thing from Final Fantasy like the Final Fantasy series that's just like that fireball face thing? Yeah, pretty much, but just sized down. And that would get inserted into Zeus, the soul Zeus, whenever Zeus came down and took over the body of that thing. Yeah. So those are the three souls that created Zeus. And like all three of these things combined is what created the being known as Zeus on Earth. Weirdest shit ever. But that's why he was so just like fucking apeshit powerful. Like it was just like, yeah. Yep. There you go. That's the story. Yep. Three souls to create that fucker. You had Zeus, the primeval soul, which was like the scrawny guy, not very big, but he was like Eddie. He's just clever as fuck and always scheming something. And then you had the armor thing, not gonna tell you, the armor thing, which was like some prehistoric fucking super, just like, it was just durable as a motherfucker, because it had to house fucking fireball thing, which was just like this angry, just wanted to beat the fuck out of everything, because he had to contain that. So like Mr. Monk was programmed into the armor thing to contain Mr. Fireball thing, because Mr. Fireball thing was just insane, because Zoo, Mr. Eddie, asked for the most powerful thing he could that God could possibly create. And so God, just as an experiment, he was like, okay. That's mostly why he went along with it, because he just wanted to see what would happen, mostly. And that was, those three things combined is what created the human Zeus. Yep, I told you, we're going down Crazyville. Crazyville. I'm going to have to edit this one. It's too long for a shorty. Okay, there you go. Okay, that being said, yeah, you thought this shit was over, huh? Sorry for the bad audio. Yeah, my mic's dead. And yeah, but anyways, it's a question of what should be told and what shouldn't be told, pretty much. Yeah, I got the shit scared out of me. Okay. Anyways, with that being said, there's something you should know about the armor of Zeus. And that is, well, at this point, it's pretty much fully conscious. And it wants to be left alone. So, yeah, it can do that. It can do that. Yeah, it's confusing. It can do that. But it comes down to how it used the fire. It was weird. Not going there. It comes down to an argument of what should be told and what should not be told. But no, that was not Zoo. That was, I think, the last of the Azir, I think. But yeah, so, because that's the problem with the armor of Zeus, is it kind of wants to do its own thing right now. And every time it comes down and tries to reincarnate, yes, it has to possess a body, which makes no sense. Makes no sense, but that's the exact same thing a soul does whenever it comes down. But it, got to do permission. But then it's got to sit there for 9 months. 9 fucking months. And every single, like, scummy scumbag sees a Lamborghini sitting down there, and they're like, ooh, yeah, I'm going to get the ride of my existence. And it's like, dude, come on, seriously. Dude, no. No means no. No means no. And they just keep trying and trying and trying and trying. So in the spirit world, just the slightest, just be like, okay, next. And yeah, just avoid the bright ones. You'll figure it out. See a bright one whenever you're coming down, when the storks are on their way, just skip it. That means it's a body that wants to do its own thing. So it's a question of what should be told and what shouldn't be told, and I already got my ass chewed out by, yeah, screwed that one up. He's taking credit for it again. I do everything around here, and that's taking credit again. Oh shit, fuck me. Okay.